Welcome guys and girls to this video. So in this video we are going to be talking about variables in Python. So on to the topic, but before that I just want to take a step back to talk about something called comments. Comments are actually very important in your programming career because sometimes, especially when you're learning now, you will need to make reference or to explain some certain types of code so that later on you'll be able to make use of it. So comments are very important because they help a programmer understand the code you're writing. So to write a comment in Python, you simply have to start with the hash sign. And whenever you start with the hash sign, you will notice that it turns green. Normally, whatever we're writing before now turns white, but as you can see, it turned green. That means it's a comment. By the way, this is only for VS Code that does this. So we'll say something and say this is a single line comment. Great. As you can see, this is actually a comment. So comments actually used to write descriptions of code, what a particular code does, and the rest. In the last video we wrote something like this, print 10. I can simply go above it and write something like this. Print is used to display a result. Are you with me? So wherever I'm reading this code, I'm going to see, oh, okay, so this print here is actually to display a result. That's it. Now this is called a single line comment, and sometimes why it's called a single line comment is that once you press enter on it and you type anything, then whatever is there is no longer a comment. That means this line 1 is a comment only and no other line is a comment. We also have multi-line comments that is actually being used, and how you use multi-line comments is by using single or double quotes 3 times. For example, I'm going to use double quotes now. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I started with 3 quotes and I also ended with 3 quotes. So this is actually a multi-line comment, and I can say this is a multi-line comment, and I can come to another line. So whatever is within this 3 quotes here is actually a comment. So that's it for comments. Let's go over to the main topic of today, which is going to be, let me write a single line comment, variables. So what are variables? Variables are used to store values. Variables are used to store what? Values. Now what do I mean by values? Sorry, variable, not variable. What do I mean by value? So sometimes we might have a number that I want to make use of multiple times. Probably I want to say a plus 20 or something. I want to actually store the value 10 somewhere. I can simply say a is equal to 10. Are you with me? So now our variable here is a and the value is 10. Now with this, what happens is that in our code, anytime I make use of the word a on its own, what the computer is going to see is 10. What do I mean by that? If I should say print a, the computer is going to see print 10. So I'm going to just comment this one out. You can comment it by starting out the line with hash sign, or you can go anywhere in the code and press Ctrl// and it will automatically comment out that particular line of code. So we did print a. Now the next thing you have to do is to save your file. I forgot to mention that in the previous video. Save your file. You can save it by going to file and coming to save. Anytime you see this white dot up here, you know that you've not saved your file. So once you click on save, it's going to actually save the file. Another thing you can do in case you've not saved your file, I just made a little change to show you that, is to press Ctrl+S. Once you do that and you've saved your file, then come to this run Python file by the top left and click on it. So as you can see, great, we got 10. That's awesome. So this is just going to be a brief description of variables. In the next video, we're going to be going deeper and looking about these values or this information or data that we are storing in the variable. We are going to see what type of data we can store by default in Python, and we are going to see how to make use of those data. So see you in the next video.